Alrighty, folks, for this Riddle spot location, we are out next to Rippleby, and I'll show you on the map real quick. So we are on the east side of Iron River. You see I'm located right here. There is a teleportation tower just above us. Rippleby is almost directly east of us. There is a Winding Ridge Prime War location just to the west. Of course, you've got the Rippleby Market Workshop just to the south. Getting here is pretty easy. You've got a teleportation tower here. You got a teleportation tower here. As long as you have either one of those, it's pretty simple to get here. Just follow the road. We are off the road a little bit. So if you get to the Rippleby Market or the wind farm you could probably see on the left side of the road pretty easily. We are just off the road right here. Now this little location here, you can already see the loot crate, but we cannot access the loot crate. You can see we've got these little vines all covering it and everything. So there's a couple of ways that you can actually take care of those vines. The first is going to be Molotovs. So I can get a Molotov out and I can drop that Molotov right on the vines, and it takes care of the vines. Now, after throwing your Molotov, don't just run in there and grab your loot crate. Because you've thrown a Molotov, you can catch yourself on fire. Let it burn out, and then you can go up and get your loot crate. And we get Energy Link, Stellar Planula. We get the tactical SMG mag from this location and a controller. And grab that stuff there. Now, one other way that you can actually take care of the vines on the crates like that is with a torch. So one of the first weapons you can make in the game is a torch. Now you can make that weapon. You can keep it with you just for times like this. If you don't have Molotovs, or if you've used all of your Molotovs or whatever. So it's probably a good idea if you are planning on doing some of these little riddle spot locations, just make a torch and keep it in your inventory. That way you can switch to it just in case you don't have any Molotovs. Grenades don't work. The flaming barrels, the exploding red barrels, they don't work. I've had people test that and leave comments on other videos where we've had vines covering loot crates before. So just keep that in mind. Molotovs and torches definitely work. Okay, folks, for this riddle spot, we are actually outside the Gaia monolith. Let me show you on the map again. So we've got the Gaia Cliff Monolith danger zone here. We got the teleportation tower just to the west of the icon here, and then we are just to the east. I can't zoom in any farther. So if you go to any of these teleportation towers, obviously the Gaia Cliff Monolith teleportation tower is the closest, and then you literally just work your way down the hill to this area just off the road. So you're going to get to it from the road, not from inside the complex. And we are actually between all of these rocks here. So here's the little roadway that I was showing you, just to the, what was that going to be, the southeast side of the Gaia Cliff Monolith. But anyway, you come up here and then you can see that we've got the loot box that is surrounded by the vines. Again, you're going to want Molotov or a torch. Again, the torch will work just as well. If you're using the Molotovs, throw the Molotov and then wait for the fire to dissipate. Otherwise, you'll catch yourself on fire. Once the fire's gone, then you walk over and grab your loot box. Energy Link, Stellar Planula, and we're going to get the vertical grip weapon accessory and one controller. Alrighty, folks, for this riddle spot location, we are in Chalk Peak outside the Gaia military base. I can show you on the map where we're at. kind of zoom out just a little bit. But you can see there's the Gaia military base. We've got a teleportation tower to the southeast and to the northwest. If you have either of those, then obviously you want to teleport to those and then go to my location, which is just northeast of the Gaia military base. And if I turn around here, you can see that we've got the vines covering the Riddle loot crate there. So again, we're going to grab a Molotov and throw it right over there. We're going to wait for that to not burn up because apparently I threw it in the wrong spot. So let's try that again. There we go. Second time always works. Now remember, you can always do this with a torch as well. So if you're actually running with the torch, you can do it with the torch as well rather than a Molotov. Walk over. Now that the fire's out, grab your loot crate. You're going to get Energy Link, Stellar Planula, and a controller. You should also get the folding bipod weapon accessory. Alrighty, folks, for this next Riddle location, we are south of 73 Source Extraction Point in Red Sands. I can show you on the map real quick. Here I am right in the center of the screen. Now you can see that there is a teleportation tower just to my north. I have not collected that yet because I came from this teleportation tower because I'm just now coming into Red Sands on this particular character, which I did come across this bridge here and kind of show you out of Chalk Peak. So there's Tallgrass Inn. I was coming across this bridge right here. Zoom back in. I grabbed this teleportation tower. Now, if you are at this teleportation tower and you mark this location that I'm at on the map, it's going to loop you all the way around here and take you up around here and all this good stuff. That's a lot of driving. You don't need to do that. You can actually come over here. You can jump off of this cliff down to this roadway just south of the Fort Erie location. So you can hop on this road right here, just go right around the corner and go up the hill. It's very easy to get to by doing that. Just remember, if you're going to this teleportation tower or just grabbing this guy, then jump off the cliff here, fly down on B, and then hop on your motorcycle or car or whatever and drive up the road here to this location. And then once you get the riddle spot done here, you can hop over and grab that teleportation tower there as well. We're actually just northeast of Silo, what is that? Psi, PSI. But anyway, that's how you get here. And you can see that we've got the vines, so we need to make sure that we either use the Molotovs, which I have, or you can use the torch. And we're going to try and burn this guy up. There we go. Wait for the flames to dissipate before you go over and get your loot box. That way you don't catch on fire. We're going to access the loot crate. We get Energy Linked, Stellar Planula. We're going to get the Tactical Laser Sight Weapon Accessory and one controller. Okay, folks, for our next riddle spot location, we are in Red Sands, just south of Evergreen. I can show you on the map. Zoom out just a little bit so you can see there's Blackfell right there. We are here in the center of the screen, and then of course you've got Evergreen just to our north. There is a teleportation tower to the south of us. If you go to this one, then you can actually follow the road to my location. It's pretty easy to get here. Otherwise, there is a teleportation tower to the north. You can actually jump down and then follow the little road into Evergreen and then just kind of cross the river to get to where I'm at. Now you can see we got the vines again, so let's pull out the Molotovs that I have on hand. Again, I've mentioned you can do this with the torch as well. If you're doing the Molotov, let it burn before going in to try and get your loot crate, otherwise you catch on fire. Looks like we got a little event down there. May have to go check that out in a minute. But anyway, we got the loot crate accessed here. We've got Energy Link, Stellar Planula. We've got the integrated suppressor weapon accessory and one controller. Okay, folks, for this Riddle spot location, again, we are in the Blackheart region. As most locations in this region, you're in the middle of nowhere. So for this middle of nowhere location, there is a fairly close teleportation tower, the Blackheart's Bay teleportation tower. If you don't have it, I recommend getting it because it's going to be the closest teleportation tower to most stuff in the Blackheart region. But you can see that we've got the White Cliff Pro Prime War, we've got the Falcon's Perch Prime War, and then we've got the Falcon Wing Prime War locations all to the north. And then, of course, our teleportation tower to the south. We are north of Silo Theta, just along this little river's edge here. It shows a road going across the river, but technically right now there is no road or bridge. You do ride off into the water and you have to hop off your bike because it is too deep. But anyway, we do have another vine riddle spot, and like all the others, we do need a Molotov or a torch. We're going to drop this on there and let it burn. Once your fire goes out, walk over and you can grab your loot crate. We get Energy Link, Stellar Planula, we get the large LMG drum mag weapon accessory, and one controller. Alrighty folks, thank you for joining me today. Remember, if you found this video helpful and enjoyed it, definitely hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I greatly appreciate it, and we will see you folks in the next one. You take care and happy hunting.